All I want to do in this video is tell you how I lost 31 pounds in 15 months doing one thing. I'll also give you 4 tips I learned along the way that helped me reach and maintain a healthy weight, and I think they can help you too. First, you should know that I'm not selling anything in this video. This video is not sponsored. I do mention a couple of products that I use, and there are links for those in the description, but they are not affiliate links. I get nothing if you use them. The one thing I did to lose 31 pounds is count calories. That's it. The secret to weight loss isn't a secret. It's just a simple formula. If you burn more calories than you consume, you will lose weight. A daily calorie deficit results in weight loss. You can count calories manually, but I used an app called MyFitnessPal. A friend of mine recommended it to me, and I love it because it makes it super easy to count calories and track your weight every day. It has a huge database of foods. You can save custom meals for faster entry. And if you pay for the subscription, which as of right now is $80 per year, you can just use the barcode scanner to log your calories, which makes it way easier. And the easier it is, the more likely you are to do it. I also really like that you can set goals not only for your target weight, but also your target rate of weight loss. So my goal was to lose about a ½ pound per week. And as you can see, that's what I lost on average. I also made sure to weigh myself at the same time every morning before I had anything to eat or drink. That way my numbers were consistent from day to day. Now, a quick disclaimer, while a calorie deficit will result in weight loss, it won't necessarily result in nutrition. I mean, you could eat cake and pizza all day as long as you're counting your calories and still lose weight, but you're obviously not going to be healthy doing that. Nutrition and health come from the kind of food that you're eating and exercise and things like that. You can use the MyFitnessPal app to track those as well, or better yet, you can talk to your doctor. Now, here are 4 tips that I learned along the way that helped me and that I think will help you too. Number 1 is to turn good choices into easy choices. Most overeating is a choice of convenience rather than craving. Make the convenient choice a good choice and build success into your environment. I did this by using something called Huel. Huel is nutritionally complete food that tastes great, and best of all, it's fast. Their instant meals and powders let me prepare a meal in less than 5 minutes, and every single one is exactly 400 calories. It's cheaper than buying groceries and eating out, so I just keep some at home and at work so that either way, wherever I am, the fast choice is also a good choice, and I am much more likely to stick to my calorie goal. You can use other companies that have similar products, or you can put in the work to meal prep in advance. As long as you are making the fast choice a good choice, you're much more likely to reach your goal. Number 2, hydrate when you're hungry. When you start looking around for snacks, drink something instead of eating something. I would sort of trick myself when this happened. If I started feeling hungry, I would say, well, I'll drink something first and then I'll have a snack. But most of the time, once I had something to drink, I wasn't so hungry and I was able to wait till the next meal and stick to my calories. Water is obviously the best choice, but I found it helpful to drink tea, 0-calorie flavored drinks, sparkling water, and occasionally a 0-calorie soda as well, which is probably not very healthy, but again, it helps satisfy that hunger without adding to your calories. So hydrate when you're hungry to stave off that snacking. Number 3, synchronize your self-control. Your self-control does not stay the same throughout the day. It has its ups and downs. Some parts of the day you're going to be much more able to control your calorie intake, and you're going to have weaker self-control at other parts of the day, and you're much more likely to snack. So figure out which parts of the day your self-control is highest, and then plan your meals and your snacking around that. I found that I have a lot more self-control in the morning, so I kept my portions for breakfast and lunch smaller and tried not to snack at all between those 2 meals. And that way I could snack a little bit in the afternoon, have a normal portion size for dinner, and still have some room for evening snacking, which I know I shouldn't do, but I also know I'm going to do. And that way I was able to hit my calorie goal more days than not. So synchronize your calorie intake with your self-control. Number 4, and this one might be the most important, starting now is always better than starting later. There will be days when you go over your calorie limit. There will be times when you eat something you know you shouldn't, when you have larger portions than you probably should. You're gonna have days like that, and it's really easy on those days to think, well, I've already blown it, so I might as well just keep going, right? Don't give in to that bad logic. Even if you've already blown your calories for the day, it's always better to restart right now than it is to wait for the next day or the day after that. Never let yourself believe the lie that a setback lessens the value of a restart. Restarting is always a good choice because it's always better than the alternative. Every calorie you don't eat is a step closer to your goal. So keep going. It took me 15 months to lose 31 pounds. Don't give up. Even if you have a bad day, even if you have a bad week or a bad month, restart again, keep going. I know you can do it. Good luck.